En transformant chaque calorie en une puissance brute et déchaînée, il est devenu une véritable icône du monde de la boxe. Littéralement en train d'avaler les coups des athlètes les plus physiquement doués, il a prouvé que son corps était le standard d'or de l'athlétisme. Eric Esch, mieux connu sous le nom de Butterbean, est un phénomène incroyable adoré par des millions de fans. Et dans cette vidéo, nous te présentons les meilleurs combats de ce géant de 180 kg. Au milieu des années 90, Butterbean affronta Jackie Beard. Beard, avec son avantage en taille et en allonge, était sûr que ce serait un combat facile. Dès la première cloche, il attaqua avec agressivité, lançant des combinaisons rapides, avançant avec confiance. Il trouva même le temps de se moquer du géant, persuadé qu'il l'humilierait devant tout le monde. Mais Butterbean ne recula pas. Il encaissa les coups, il attendit son moment, et au deuxième round, il décocha un crochet du droit brutal qui envoya Beard directement au tapis. Ce soir-là, le public comprit, les apparences sont trompeuses, et ce géant avait une puissance réelle.
Bean says, "Come on." It is interesting that Beard is adapting more of a pro style than he is a tough man. Right, because Bean just wants to punch it out. Bill, did you ever referee a tough man fight?
I did a couple of tough man fights. And the thing about the tough man, you got to be careful because they're wild and they swing so much, you got to stay out the way, especially guys like Bean.
Bean just smiling through this round. Looking to load up that time. Beard says, "No, you hit me on the shoulder." These guys really final round. And of course, Butterbean is just coming off his one-round KO of Peter McNeely. Time! And that was a no-nonsense fight. Bean, in fact, told us that he really wanted to go 3 or 4 rounds with McNeely and still managed to get him out of there. Bean, no nonsense here. Beard slapping a little bit. Bills, how much do you think the power is diluted by a 16-ounce glove?
I think the crispness of the shot, and it doesn't hit square and solid because there's too much to hit onto or too much to deflect it. But I think if you get nailed with a 16, you can get out of there.
Beard was just sent sideways by a right hand from Butterbean. Oh, big right hand. And that dropped it. And I mean dropped it. Bean's been waiting for that shot. And there was nothing fluke about that. That's it. One very significant fact. And it's a clean right hand right on the chin. I mean, woo-wee.
There it is, good shot.
En 1995, Butterbean enchaînait 9 victoires consécutives. Personne ne semblait capable de l'arrêter. C'est alors qu'apparut Dog Dangerous Norris. Forte, musclée, un adversaire qui imposait le respect par son physique et sa puissance de frappe. Norris tenta de le maintenir à distance, utilisant son allonge et sa vitesse. Au début, il réussit à placer quelques coups nets, mais Butterbean avançait pas à pas, encaissant chaque impact. Et au deuxième round, il lança une combinaison qui fit tomber Norris comme un arbre abattu. Les muscles ne comptaient pas, les apparences ne comptaient pas. Butterbean avait encore gagné.
I've done this show for 15 years. I've never been worried. I was worried. The Butterbean was right over us. I thought 5 of us. I thought we were going to lose CompuBox, Ron Katz, the matchmaker, my friend Davey B, and myself. I thought we were all going to go in one fell swoop. You know, you can't really tell so much from that shot, but he was coming through those ropes, and I got to tell you, folks, we were backpedaling as quickly as is humanly possible. All right, we're heading into round 2. This has been fun. A very competitive and interesting round 1. Doug Norris and Butterbean. Now, if you don't know Butterbean, you're just tuning in. Eric Butterbean Esch is a man who there's the punches in round 1, a man who was very prominent in the tough man competitions, turned to professional boxing. He's 6-0. And Doug Norris, who was only 1-3, but obviously looks like a fighter that's a little better than that record.
He's been in with Butterbean before, losing to him a 4th round TKO. And you see a reason why. He'll outbox him, but then he'll get popped.
They clashed heads, and that's what hurt Doug Norris. I was joking, but that was the problem. Well, it's wild now, folks, and there goes Doug Norris. Well, he never should have that now.
Butterbean winds up Eric Esch. He doesn't even like his own name mentioned. He said, I don't even like to think of myself as Eric Esch. He's his right hand there, and he gets away with the...
Mais sa fin ne s'arrêtait pas là. Non satisfait de dominer la boxe, Butterbean se lança aussi dans les arts martiaux mixtes. Là, l'un de ses plus grands défis fut James Thompson. Connu pour sa brutalité, sa force, son historique de victoire contre de grands noms. Avant le combat, Thompson était confiant. Il avait promis que ce serait rapide, propre, indolore. Mais l'histoire fut tout autre. À peine le combat commencé, Butterbean plaça un coup précis. Thompson n'eut même pas le temps de réagir.
James has to be very careful. He's got a nice height advantage, which is great for the jab. But that overhand right of Butterbean's, we know, if that hits, it's going to knock you out. James has to be very careful and keep that left hand up high.
That's a big if, and I think that... There it is.
There you go.
There it is. Oh, that's about it. I mean, that's about it. Butterbean has done it.
Thompson's still looking for the takedown. I don't think he's quite up. There's the big right that I was talking about, guys. It landed sweet.
It lands it again, too. Right about there. Oh.
It was just a clip across the nose, wasn't it? Or it didn't land clean.
Yeah, but he doesn't stop it until... You know, I can see how people might get a little angry that was a little early because James wasn't knocked out.
And it clipped him on the nose. I don't think it actually caught him clean in any way.
James was at the top of the cage there, and he looked up and he said, "You've got to be joking." I know Charlie and Paul Sutherland outside were also angry. This is going to be a controversial finish. That's a clip.
Yeah,
that's a clip. And he dodges this one.
He's still fine.
He dodged that one, so he knew what he was doing. That first one missed. Let's be straight here. Grant rarely gets it wrong. I feel Grant rarely gets it wrong, but he might have done here.
All the guys are standing there watching the big screens at the moment. Guys watching a replay.
Watch, he dodges this one. He misses this one. He's still there. This one doesn't hit. That one lands, and then it's early. I feel he...
Ensuite vint Jonathan Whitfield, surnommé le Taureau. Un homme fort, agressif, qui tenta d'imposer son physique lors de la promotion du combat. Mais dès que la cloche sonna, Butterbean garda le contrôle. Il encaissa les tentatives d'attaque, il trouva son ouverture. Et quand il la vit clairement, il envoya Whitfield au tapis avec autorité. Une autre victoire, un autre nom sur sa liste.
For this one, now that he's a media star, he's got to work these fights into his busy schedule. He's been on with Jay Leno 4 times on the Tonight Show, breaking, I think, all boxing records. Well, we're coming down to the conclusion of third. Good punch by Whitfield, but he is dunked. It's up. And we'll pause for these words from our locals. The victor and Ed...
I called it. That's what I called.
Exactly. That's what we were just getting to.
He said between rounds. I told you, if the guy was ducking to his right, if he would throw the left hook, he'd knock him down, and he did it. Perfect.
Don't say that. You steal my job. Good call.
Well, you know Butterbean now better than anybody else. You've watched him in all his fights. Maybe you're ready to face him.
Hey, they've asked me that several times, and I said, for the right amount of money, I'd do anything, you know. I can be bought.
Yeah, well, Sean and I have about $50 in our pockets.
I don't think that's
not right,
enough. It's taken several zeros after that to make me fighting that.
4th round, this is the final round. And time permitting, we'll take a look at an earlier fight. Joe L. Scott, rising young heavyweight, in a terrific affair. And now Whitfield is helped up, and that is it.
Helped up and helped out.
Yes, Michael Ortega stops.
Fast start for both fighters. In this 4th round, Jonathan Whitfield just looking for the final bell. Butterbean put the pressure on, landed the hooks.
Puis arriva Pat Lightning Jackson. Rapide, technique, quelqu'un qui pensait pouvoir utiliser sa vitesse pour épuiser le géant. Jackson attaqua avec agressivité, cherchant à créer des ouvertures, essayant de le blesser à distance. Mais Butterbean ne se précipita pas. Il attendit, il referma les espaces, il poussa et il frappa. Jusqu'à ce que Jackson, épuisé, intimidé, refuse tout simplement de continuer à se battre.
Find somebody who was stationary, but there's Jackson landing right hands. Not much behind that, he just reaches out to hold on. Good body work by Butterbean, that at all. I mean, he could land a right hand as he did earlier, but that Jackson is really tired. Well, there you see.
Butterbean should try a left hook to the body, then go upstairs. Now he's uppercutting.
The interesting thing, Dave, is he hasn't really hurt Jackson that much with these punches.
It's just man-type punches. They told him, get inside, just get the hands moving. It is better than nothing, and it would give him this fight. Could have been scheduled for 3.
Yeah, thank you.
Unfortunately, he walks into the best punch of the fight. At the end of the round, he's separating the fighters. And referees cannot protect themselves at all times the way fighters do it. We've seen might be one of the most dramatic shots he walked into. Boy, that's combat pay right there.
En 2006, Butterbean affronta l'un de ses plus grands défis, Ed White, une véritable machine de muscles, un homme qui semblait sculpté dans la pierre. Le combat était pour la ceinture de champion IBA. Dès la première cloche, White tenta d'imposer son physique, lançant son jab, cherchant à ouvrir des failles dans la défense du géant. Mais Butterbean n'était pas seulement du poids, il avait de l'expérience, il avait de la précision. Au premier round, il trouva l'ouverture. Un crochet du droit net. White s'effondra comme un sac, le public explosa.
The talk is all over. This is whether we're going to get it on. And none of the clowning and spinning and all that kind of stuff, okay? Fair enough, brother. All right, I want to promise, all right? Good luck to you.
Mills Lane, criminal court judge from Reno, Nevada. Oh, Butterbean took a hard right hand from Ed White, just keeps coming with his own left hand. Oh, haymaker right hand by Butterbean, and Ed White paying the price for dropping his hands so low. Cortez finally picks up the count.
Hey, how you feel? You all right with you?
Feels great. White still doesn't have his hands up. Gonna give Butterbean too many chances. That'll do it.
In Parsons, Tennessee.
Here's the first knockdown.
Obviously doesn't have the condition to go at the pace he was starting the fight at, although he was a college basketball player.
Watch this haymaker right
Harvey
hand.
Lipscomb for 4 years.
David Lipscomb in Nashville, Tennessee. Yep, Oof, what a haymaker.
En 1999, avec 42 victoires, Butterbean ne comptait pas s'arrêter. Le suivant sur la liste, Kevin Talon. Talon comptait sur sa vitesse, sur son endurance. Mais dès le début, Butterbean le domina. Il plaça des coups précis, fit vaciller Talon. Au deuxième round, il l'envoya au tapis. Talon, avec une admirable résistance, tenta de se relever, tenta de continuer. Mais Butterbean l'acula et termina le combat de manière brutale. Un autre adversaire qui apprenait à ses dépens ce que c'était d'affronter le géant.
A basketball contract in his pocket, didn't necessarily wanted to step in the ring and get punched. But again, you know, Butterbean has some boxing skills.
Yeah, I mean, again, people would say, oh, Shaquille O'Neal would beat him because he's a bigger guy, he's a big, strong athlete. No, when he gets in the ring, all of a sudden, he wouldn't feel like such a big, strong athlete with a guy coming at him. It's a whole different philosophy, it's a whole different psyche. It's a whole different sport.
Well, the way Talon's getting pounded, he may think he's Michael Jordan at this point. Butterbean just teeing off.
And the only reason more of those punches are not landing is because Butterbean's punches obviously are wide. So a lot of times Talon doesn't make a miss, Butterbean misses by being wide. Butterbean's picking the right punch there. He's got a guy in front of him who's covering up, so he brings the uppercut up. Try to straighten him up.
Butterbean is a little more exciting, though, when the opponent in front of him can nail him a little bit, like Funmaker. And talent, just can't. And Butterbean finishes him off here in round number 8.
Well, Butterbean, of course, is going to be on the push here. Be the aggressive. The right hand there is the big punch. He follows it with a left hook. So instead of one punch, two land. That does the job.
We'll take one more look at it.
He picks the right punch. He throws the uppercut. He's got a man who's leaning forward, who's covered up. He brings the uppercut up, and then he goes up top. And then he moves his head a little bit to try to make the punches, which he did. Make the punches, the return punches miss. The right hand over top really did the damage in this fight. And that's what was the finisher, right?
Plus tard cette année-là, Butterbean affronta Russell Chastain. Il le surpassa sans problème. Mais les organisateurs voulaient un plus gros défi. C'est ainsi qu'apparut Peter McNeely. Un homme avec 45 victoires, dont 34 par KO. Un boxeur qui promettait d'être le premier à arrêter Butterbean. Mais à peine le combat commencé, McNeely s'effondra au sol en moins d'une minute. Même s'il réussit à se relever, Butterbean déchaîna une attaque féroce. Le coin de McNeely n'eut pas d'autre choix que de jeter l'éponge. Le public comprit, il ne suffisait pas de parler, il fallait tenir. Et face à Butterbean, peu pouvaient le faire.
Butterbean takes the insults about his appearance very much in stride, which makes him even that much more likable. Oh, he missed with the right, fires away with a couple of left hooks that connected.
And he's got McNeely in trouble, believe me, he's got McNeely in trouble.
McNeely is not fighting well at all, he's out on his feet.
Powerful punches by Butterbean, and McNeely in trouble.
Where Butterbean was a 10-1 favorite, then a 7-1 favorite, and by fight time, 4.5-1 favorite. Obviously somebody knew something, but a little bit of money went on McNeely.
Oh, a right hand by Butterbean that snapped McNeely's head back. Another uppercut. It's all Butterbean. McNeely ready to go, and that's it. Chain 80 steps in and stops the fight just before the bell.
Get out of here. He got him in trouble pretty much at will. Nice combinations. There's an overhand right that misses. And he takes another right hand. There's a left and an overhand right. He's got some fair form, slips inside, throws a right to the body, which is a nice move. And again, Peter McNeely doesn't really offer up much. It's the first time he really hurts McNeely. He throws a nice overhand right, misses, comes back with a hook. The hook had a lot of weight. It's the double hook. The second one is the one that you could see actually made the eyes roll on McNeely. And in the end of the fight, it was just a matter of McNeely not doing anything and Butterbean firing. There's a nice uppercut on the inside, a right hook around McNeely's gloves, smart move. And McNeely winds up with his back up against the ropes and just gets uppercutted to death practically. That's the third one. A hook, another hook, another right hand, and McNeely offers up nothing. The referee just says that's enough.
That's what you call overwhelmed.
Enfin, Marcus Rhodes, un cogneur dangereux avec 24 victoires, toutes avant la limite. Rhodes entra sur le ring avec faim, brûlant son énergie dès la première seconde. Pendant 2 rounds, il maintint une attaque frénétique, cherchant à s'imposer. Mais Butterbean encaissa chaque coup, et quand le moment fut venu, il attaqua. Coup au corps, pivot à droite. Rhodes s'effondra. Il tenta de se relever. Il n'y parvint pas.
Rhodes beginning to feel a little confidence. Of course, this fight, as always for Butterbean, is scheduled for 4 rounds.
He'd have cardiac arrest if they had to go 5.
Scott, you know, it might sound like a stupid question, but I'm going to ask it anyway. Would Butterbean be better off at a much lighter weight?
Well, maybe 100 pounds less. And he'd be a lot quicker and he could be effective. He might be able to turn on a punch. Right now, it's just a sideshow.
Big ripping shots by Butterbean. And it started with the body shot with the right hand. And Rhodes is facing a rugged road right now, trying to get up on his feet. And it is over. How it ended in the 3rd round. It was the body shots. He had hit him a couple good ones. And, you know, you were right, Scott. Why would Rhodes stand in front of the beam?
Just to get in there and dig his shots, I guess.
In all 3 rounds combined, Butterbean landed only 16 punches. 15 were...